Hey everyone, it's James of geometricharts.com. It's December 14th, about 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's the 4-hour chart of Bitcoin, BTC, USD on the Bitfinex exchange. And first of all, the video is not investment advice. This is the reason why I say that too, is because the way it looked like was Bitcoin was going to try to find some footing and project itself upward to provide more of a relief rally. That did not happen in the market at all. So I got stopped out. My subscribers got stopped out because we had stops in place. So if you're looking at videos on YouTube and you're just jumping into the market and you're not using an investment strategy to stop yourself out, then you are going to endure some serious pain. And this is about where I got out. And obviously you can see the pain thereafter. So you have to have an investment strategy. Whether you're a subscriber or not, it doesn't matter. That's not the point. The point is that in any market, you should try to have an investment strategy, or at least have an idea of where you're going to get out if something is breaking down. In which case, Bitcoin started giving back 100% of the gains during this move, and I knew something was wrong. So it unfortunately collapsed out, and we're continuing to progress downward. We've already created a new low here in the charts, and we could not muster up the strength to get back above into this buying area. So unfortunately, I think there's possibly further downside based on where we're at, and I think the market could potentially drop into the 28,000-2900 area if Bitcoin cannot hold this zone. So we are in the weekend. I say that because most weekends have been absolutely horizontal, or any price movement has been completely negated. I mean, we go up, we go down. We go down, we go up. Zeroed out. That is pretty much what's happened in every single weekend. So I don't think Bitcoin is ready to find the bottom quite yet. But since it is the weekend, we could kind of base out more horizontally before possibly producing another leg down, depending on what transpires over the weekend. I'm not expecting much. I still think that there's further downside based on this break in the market, and that Bitcoin is trying to find the bottom to produce a bigger relief rally, but there's just too much selling pressure in the market at the moment. There's obviously not enough buyers. That's what's creating this series of lower lows, and obviously this dive off a cliff. That's very basic, simple technical analysis, but the market looks very weak. With that said, another thing I've noticed too is that Bitcoin and the stock market kind of follow each other. There's not like a one-to-one relationship between them both, but I have noticed that if the market is dropping out, Bitcoin can drop out as well. And if the market's rising, I've noticed Bitcoin kind of chugging along with the market. And I think that most people are feeling good. Everything's green across the board. They're getting a little, they're throwing money into kind of everything, like just investing better. Everyone just feels happy, I guess would be the best word to describe the picture I'm trying to paint here. And with that said, the market is at a very difficult juncture here, especially with the NASDAQ, to where it's chopping around, being beat down. And we have a major meeting coming into Wednesday for the FOMC meeting, where the Fed will determine on whether they're going to raise rates or not in the U.S. stock market. Now, if the market continues to waterfall into that, I think that could put extra pressure on Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, just as a fear element, as this kind of Red Sea across the board. And I'm noticing the Red Sea not only in the stock market, but in commodities, and obviously across the board in cryptocurrencies. So it's a very tough time right now to really be in any asset class. And it's almost better to kind of be on the sidelines waiting for something to align properly to try to take advantage of that. So in the short term, I still think there's a little more downside on Bitcoin. If Bitcoin can hold the current zone it's at, then I think there's going to be a dip down, and then maybe that bottoming phase in the market for a potential relief rally. If not, we should drop into the 28,000-2900 zone and then try to find some footing there. And if that doesn't hold up, obviously something else is going on, and we have a much worse picture being painted on the charts. But due to the amount of selling pressure we've already experienced in Bitcoin, in cryptocurrencies, even the stock market, even commodities, I think just across the board, everything is due for a relief rally. The problem is how much more pain are we going to experience going into next week? So that's what leaves me short-term bearish on Bitcoin right now. I'm not long-term bullish by any means. I still think that even after the relief rally, there will be further downside for Bitcoin, or maybe more of a horizontal chop, why the alts get decimated. I've been talking about the alts getting decimated for a very long time. Here we are. A lot of them are being absolutely crushed. I don't know if they're going to go to zero, but I do think a lot will basically fade away, and there will be a consolidation of power within the cryptocurrency market. I see the benefit of cryptocurrency. It's just a very, very tough time. I don't think Bitcoin is going to zero. I used to think that there's no way in heck this thing is going to survive. But due to the money flowing in and out of this thing, and due to just the basic point of view of using it as a currency replacement, I can see the benefits of that as a single currency crosses all borders. Whether it's Bitcoin or another cryptocurrency, I don't know. But the market as a whole, I don't think is going to be absolutely crushed to zero. I think a lot of the alts will be for consolidation of power. Maybe the banks come up with some other form of cryptocurrency. Obviously, the anonymous factor has been just completely decimated. Right? There's a few coins I guess you can use now, but even then, the clock is ticking. Right? Everyone flocked to Bitcoin. It was the perfect way. You could stay anonymous with your transactions and so forth. Obviously, that got opened up, and everything else is following suit. So I don't think anyone's going to escape the grasp of the bankers. And I think there's going to be some turmoil in this market across the board. And that's what leaves me to believe that even if there is a relief rally, there's still going to be another drop, whether it's a horizontal drop or not, meaning something like this, or whether it's a drop to a whole new low. I don't know. I'll have to wait until we produce that relief rally, see what's happening there, try to hopefully find a top as well to that relief rally, and then try to make some projections from that point. I'm not going to go too far in the future on my projections. I don't have a crystal ball. All I know is there's a lot of selling pressure across the board. There is a gigantic Red Sea across the globe and all different assets. So it leads me to believe that cryptocurrency is more of like an edgy, high volatility asset class to be in. And if everyone is being decimated across the board in all asset classes, I think the last thing investors are going to flock to is an asset that has extreme volatility at the moment, right? Especially an asset that's been propped up as guaranteed money, as you know, you're gonna have Lamborghinis and yachts and whatever the heck they promoted on national television across the globe. That's what the insane portion of it is. I don't think people are going to flock to it, especially after how bad it's been kicked in the teeth and investors have been raked across the coals in this market. There's still been money to be made. There will be money to be made. But the retail traders have been absolutely raked across the coals in cryptocurrency. They're being raked across the coals in the stock market. They're being raked across the coals in commodities. And if there's an investor out there that's thinking, where should I put my money, trying to grow it, and everything looks red, I highly doubt people are going to be flocking to Bitcoin, seeing how bad it's dropped after all the propaganda that was put out there. So it leads me to believe that we have this additional factor on top of this market, applying even more selling pressure than what I believe would naturally occur during this sell-off. So hopefully that makes sense to everybody. But that's it for the analysis. Again, I am definitely short-term bearish, or at least to the point to where I would say it's almost better to sit on the sidelines and wait for something that you identify if you're using your own technical analysis, or just wait for maybe an initial thrust out of this market and then try to look to create a position from there. So that would be my best advice with the insane selling pressure we're seeing, not only here, but just across the globe and everything. So if you like the video, you like the content, please like, comment, subscribe, follow. I thank everybody for their time. I thank everybody for their support. If you ask a question and post a comment and I don't get back to you, please do not take it as a form of disrespect. I am extremely busy, and especially with the crazy volatility, not only in the cryptocurrencies, but just across the board in every single asset class, I am extremely busy with that, looking at charts. And yeah, obviously stress goes way up high too with all of this. So that is it for tonight. I'll produce another video on Monday. I do Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. If you're looking for like more detailed analysis where I do like stop losses and targets for either buys or sells, or even just support and resistance, I have more detailed charts. I do that over at geometriccharts.com, and that is my subscriber base. I cover Bitcoin and various other cryptocurrencies like IOTA, NEO, Ripple, ADA, XLM, Ethereum, and Litecoin. I do cover the stock market as well, and commodities, and the fiats as well too, the Forex. But that's $25 a month. There's no contracts. It's just very simple. Everything's done through a private Slack channel. If you do sign up, I have a lot of questions about this process, so I'm going to explain it. You can click off if you're not interested. The thing is, when you sign up, you will get an email that has a private Slack channel link. That email more than likely will go to spam due to it containing a link. If it does go to spam, just send me an email, or I'll also see that you became a subscriber, and I always double send the email anyways because of that factor. There's no way for me to get around it since we've not had any prior form of communication. So Google more than likely is going to spam box it. Yahoo might not, but various other email providers will spam it because of the link inside of the email. Anytime there's a link, more than likely the email will go to your spam box. But after you get that link, you'll have access to the Slack channel. The Slack channel is where I post my videos morning and night, and I post my charts as well for all the cryptocurrencies I explained. Bitcoin, I post those charts more frequently since Bitcoin's the juggernaut and everything is following Bitcoin. And then I also do the morning and night analysis for the stock market, commodities, and the Forex as well too. So hopefully that clarifies everything. If you have any problems whatsoever, or you're a subscriber and you feel lost, just send me an email to geometriccharts@gmail.com, and I will get back to you as quick as possible. Or if you're in the Slack channel, just find my name, private message me, and I'll talk with you as well. So that's the other thing with the Slack channel, is I am in there very active, and every day I'm talking to everybody throughout the day, and sometimes throughout the night till about 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is when I start to go to bed and try to wind down from everything. So hope everybody has a great weekend, great night, great day, depending on where you are. Again, I thank you for your time. I thank you for your support.